To further punctuate and emphasize the tremendous performance of Harden tonight, he walked nobody. He struck out 8. He threw 81 pitches, 61 for strikes. And then one final little note. Since they began keeping official pitch counts, that is the lowest number of pitches thrown in a 9-inning game by an athletic pitcher. Previous low was 86, achieved once by Mark Mulder and once by Tim Hudson. The fans may have had an idea right at the beginning tonight when David DeLucci went down swinging to start the ball game, and Harden tickled the radar gun in the high 90s at 98 and 99, striking out 2 out of the 3 that he retired in the first inning. And when he retired the first 6 he had faced, he had 3 strikeouts, and the A's were batting against Park in the bottom half of the second inning as Eric Chavez went to a full count. Here's the line and the pitch. Swung and drilled. Low line drive, right field, and that is gone for a home run. Holy Toledo. Chavez hit that on the line. No elevation whatsoever. Burying it into the seats over the right field wall, about 15 to 20 feet fair. A full count pitch hammered by Chavez, his 13th of the year. 1-0 A's. And then a Hatterberg single, a Kelty walk, an infield out, put runners at second and third for Nick Swisher. Swisher with the infield back, stressing putting the ball in play, got the job done. A 3-1 put out at first base, and the A's picked up the second run when Hatterberg scored from third base. As the Rangers came up in the third inning, the fans were beginning to warm to the performance of Harden, who struck out Lance Nix, got Barajas to pop out, and the 9th man in the order, Gary Matthews, was up.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on it, missed, got him on strike. Rich Harden, perfect through the first 3 innings tonight, and 5 of the outs by strikeout. And after 2.5, it's 2-0 Athletics.
A 2-0 lead held through a 1-2-3 third by Harden, and in the 4th inning, a 1-2-3 frame there. Now the thing was getting to be serious. With 2 out in the 5th inning, Kevin Minch was up, but the Rangers still looking for that first base runner. And the next delivery on the way. Bouncing ball past Harden, out behind second, backhand by Ellis, cross the body throw, got him! Top step and he's out at first base as Minch makes a bid for the first base runner of the night against Harden, but comes up just inches short as Ellis makes a fine play behind second base. And it's been 15 up and 15 down through 5 innings of work for Harden. 2-0 Athletics. Park issued his third walk of the night to the leadoff man in the A's 5th, Nick Swisher, who moved to second on an Ellis single. And then after Kendall fouled out down the right field line to Shera, the first baseman, and Alert Swisher tagged up and slid in safely at third, putting runners at the corners. At which point Mark Kotsay battled from a 2-strike count, fouling off pitches, getting it to 2-2, but it looked like Park got what he wanted. He wanted that double play ground ball. Here's the 2-2, ground ball back to Park, turns, throws it into center field. In comes Swisher with a run. Over to third goes Ellis, 3-0 Athletics, and Park, in utter disgust at himself, just sits down on his backside in the grass beside the mound. And then Bobby Crosby was up trying to get that run home, and the pitch. Ground ball hit softly toward Soriano near second, shovels it over to Young, on to first, not in time, and the A's get a run. It was not maximum speed for a double play. Soriano, going toward second base, got rid of it as quickly as possible, and Young likewise on the turn, but Crosby outlegged the relay, gets an RBI, and the A's lead 4-0 as scoring from third base is Ellis. Then in the top half of the 6th inning, 2 fly ball outs continued the line of outs for the Rangers, bringing up Matthews, 9th man in the order, second time through the lineup. Harden winds, and here's the pitch. Bouncing ball right side. Ellis gets the second hop, throw to first in time, and it has been 6 innings worth of outs. 18 up and 18 down for the Rangers against Harden, and to the bottom of the 6th. It is 4-0 Athletics. And the place was really electric. That 4-run lead looked like more than enough. The A's would get more in the 6th inning, but it would take a long time, and I think everybody worried about Harden cooling out. It took 23 minutes before the A's were up and out and got 2 runs out of the whole thing. Hatterberg opened with a double. Kelty single in the third. And then Ron Mayhay, a left-hander, came in to pitch to the rookie first baseman Dan Johnson, who has found that situation hitting works in the big leagues. 3-1 to Johnson. Johnson, uncommon patience at the plate for a rookie, I think, with a real good idea of the strike zone.
379 on base percentage.
Now the look and the 3-1 pitch. Swing, and there's a high fly, right field. Matthews getting back, setting up, and makes the catch. Here's the tag at the third. Hatterberg coming to the plate, no throw home, and the A's get their 5th run of the night. 5-0 Athletics as Dan Johnson with a sacrifice fly drives in his 19th of the year. Then after Swisher drew a base on balls, pitching to Ellis, Mayhay, after a 2-0 count, got a visit to the mound from the trainer and the manager. Turned out he had a cut finger. He had to leave the ball game. Ricardo Rodriguez came in, had all the time he wanted to warm up. Meantime, Harden sitting in the bench with a perfect game through 6 innings. Finally, Ellis drew a walk, and Kendall, top of the order, was due up. Fans take up the Let's Go Oakland chant, trying to break it wide open. It's 5-0 A's. Swing, and there's a line drive into center, and diving is Nix straight forward. He makes the catch, lying on his chest. In from third, tagging up to score the run is Kelty. A nice play by Lance Nix, just above the grass, skidding along on his chest. Before he could get up, Kelty had tagged up to score to make it 6-0 Athletics on a sacrifice fly by Kendall.
And Nix might be hurt, Bill.
And we had a longer wait while everybody went out in center field to check the problem with the center fielder of the Rangers, who had an undisclosed or at least undetermined shoulder injury that forced him out of the ball game. More time was consumed. Everybody wondered how much will Harden cool out. Finally, Coxey grounded out to end the inning, and the much-anticipated 7th inning of the Rangers was upon us. DeLucci grounded out. Young struck out. But then with a 2-0 count on Teixeira, the plate umpire Rapuano called an automatic ball on Harden for going to his mouth while on the mound. That made it 3-0 and put the perfect game in jeopardy. But Harden came back with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1 and still went after Teixeira with no reserve.
Working quickly, first base side of the slab. Kearns delivers the 3-1 pitch, foul back. He's come back to 3-2, and that was 99. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Mark Teixeira batting. Harden's retired 20 straight. We're in the 7th at 6-0 A's as the crowd comes to its feet. Here's the pitch, the 3-2, swung on, ground ball to second to Mark Ellis. He throws to first. He gets it. Rich Harden has been perfect through 7. And after 6.5 at the Coliseum, A's 6, Texas nothing.
And I'm willing to bet, after surmounting that little crisis, that everybody here figured this was the night it was going to happen. Unfortunately, it didn't, but it was just a little longer before we got the final word. First of all, starting the 8th inning, anxiously awaiting, it was Blaylock leading off.
Hank Blaylock leads off for the Rangers, top of the 8th inning. Rich Harden's retired 21 straight to begin this game. It's 6-0 A's. Blaylock, Soriano, and Mensch for Texas. Left-handed hitter. Harden's thrown just 55 pitches. Turns on the rubber, now the pitch. And Blaylock hits the ground ball to first, right to Dan Johnson. He goes to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out in the 8th.
Then it was Soriano and the end of the line.
Harden working quickly. Now delivers. Kendall sets up outside. The pitch to Soriano. Line drive, right center field. Soft line drive, falling for a base hit. Rich Harden takes it into the 8th inning tonight. 7 1/3 innings, perfect baseball, and the soft line drive to right center by Soriano. He becomes the Rangers' first base runner, and a standing ovation for the kid from Canada.
But he brushed off whatever that disappointment may have been, getting 2 pop fly outs to end the inning and keep the A's in front 6-0 with a 1-hitter at that point in his grasp. He fanned Barajas and Matthews to start the ninth, looking for the 27th out of the night against DeLucci, but he lined the first pitch to left field for the second Ranger hit of the night. But it wasn't long before Harden had that first complete game shutout and two-hitter as he faced Michael Young, the leading hitter on the club. Bellucci not being held at first. And the pitch. Ground ball right side. Ellis has it at the edge of the grass in the outfield. Throw to first. The A's have won the ball game. And Rich Harden flirted with a perfect game for 7 1/3 innings before giving up the first hit of the night. Finishes with a two-hit shutout. His second career complete game. His first complete game shutout. And the Athletics resume after the All-Star break in the manner prior to the break, winning their 4th in a row, beating the Rangers, final 6-0. We'll hear from the man himself, Rich